Good day everyone, this is Sir JBN M. Maligalig, and today we'll be learning how to access, explore, and accomplish classwork in the Google Classroom using our devices. And I hope that you have watched our previous videos so that you can be on track on this tutorial and you can follow it easily. And this lesson for today will answer the following questions, which are what are the things needed to access Google Classroom in our devices, and also what are the basic features of Google Classroom, and lastly, how to accomplish classwork assigned in the Google Classroom. So let's start. First things first, we have to prepare the following. First is that you must have a device to use. It could be your cell phone, your laptop, your desktop, or any other devices that can access the internet. And also, you must have an internet connection. It could be any network, your Wi-Fi, or your mobile data. Followed by a Gmail account signed in your device. And also, you must be enrolled in any class in the Google Classroom. And lastly, for this example, you must have to download Google Classroom and Google Docs app in your mobile phone from Play Store. So let's start. So before I start my demonstration, I have to explain the different features of this Google Classroom. You can see this plus sign or add sign in the upper right corner of your screen. This enables you to join class or create class. If you are a student, you will click join class. If you are a teacher, you will press create class. And this button gave you all the available Google apps that will be beneficial to you. It could be your account, for search, Play Store, Gmail, Google Drive, and all the Google apps available in the internet. And also this button is for you to be able to see your account. You can switch account, sign out your account, or add another account. So you can open two accounts at the same time. So now let's move on to the to-do button. So as you can see, this to-do list is the compilation of all the activities that you have to accomplish in all the subjects that you are enrolled in. And this area, the missing one, is when you aren't able to accomplish a task in a given due date or deadline, it will be considered as missing, right? And all the tasks that you have accomplished will be marked as done, right? And this one, if you can see this one, it's like the to-do list, but these are all the compilation of all the tasks that you have to do in a particular subject, right? So this is only limited to the subject you have clicked, you are enrolled in. And this one is what you call the class folder, wherein all the documents and files and pictures that you have transferred or submitted in the class will be stored, right? So every classes has its Google Drive. So that is one of the great feature of this application, because it has a lot of storage. And this one is the main menu bar, wherein there are so many menus like classes, wherein you can jump from class to class, the calendar, the to-do list, also the archive classes. Those are the classes that you have created and deleted, settings to change the settings of the Google Classroom, right? And if we click on the subject, let's say for class demonstration, we can see the stream part here. So in the stream part, we can view and see all the announcement made in that particular subject. And also in this area, we can type what we want to say or what we want to ask in that particular subject. And also, we are able to reply in the announcement or the queries or the respond made by our classmates or by the teacher. Right? So in the classwork, we can view our work here. Let's say myself, my favorite pet, our assignment like my favorite scenery, or our quizzes that is assigned in that particular subject. For this example, we have addition and subtraction of fraction. And in this part, which is the people, we can see our teachers. So in one classes, there can be multiple teachers as well as our classmates and the number of students in that particular subject. So now we are ready to explore our Google Classroom because we have learned, we have an idea of its different parts, basic part. Right? So for this actual demonstration, we are going to accomplish classwork using different devices. So here it is. Number one is myself, my favorite pet, addition and subtraction of fraction, and my favorite scenery. This accomplishing of classwork is very important for the students because this is one of the main reason why we are using Google Classroom, so that you can submit your output in an organized manner, convenient, and we can keep track of the records of our work. So for myself, we will be using our laptop or desktop. So it can be the same because it has the same features, same size of the screen almost, right? For my favorite pet, we will use our mobile phone's browser, right? Which is the Google Chrome, and followed by the addition and subtraction of fraction, which is a short test, and my favorite scenery, right? Using the Google Classroom app downloaded in your mobile phone, right? So let's start for this actual demonstration. The first one, we will use our laptop or desktop's browser, right? So the activity that we will do is myself, which instruct us to write a paragraph about ourselves, right? So it has a rubrics for scoring, so that we will be guided on how our work will be graded, and so that we will have an idea on how to get the highest score. Since it's about paragraph writing, we will use Google Docs to accomplish the task. So when you are using your laptop or desktop browser, you don't have to download Google Docs because you can access it online for laptop and desktop browser. Now let's start. Assuming that you are already signed in, just click this bar, and then we will find the Google Classroom there. Just click it, and we will be in the Google Classroom window. Just click to do icon so that we can do our assigned task, which is myself. Just click myself, and then let's view. So it's 12 points. Due date is August 26, and it has a rubric to guide us on how we will be graded in our activity. Make sure that you have read the instruction carefully, which is write a paragraph about yourself, right? So for this example, instead of writing a paragraph, I will just make a sentence to make this a quick example, and then add or create. Use Google Docs. Let's wait for it to be created or uploaded in the window. Once it is uploaded, click it, and then you will be in a different windows where you can type where you can create your paragraph. So after you typing, if you can see the button, the turn in button in the upper right corner of the windows, you will click that to submit it in your right. So we just have to type our paragraph, but for this example, we will just I will just give you a sentence to make this a quick example. So right? So once we are done, we can click the turn in button, press the turn in button, and it will send us to the Classwork windows. Just turn in, make sure it turn in, so that the teacher will be notified that you have already submitted your work, right? So it's 12 points. Okay, let's check if it is already marked as done in the to-do list, right? So let's click done, and myself is already turned in and marked as done. Then we have to check if what we have submitted has contained the content that we made. Again, so that is in the folder, class folder. Let's check if this is the folder. Right. So that is myself. Oh, this is not the right one. So again, we go back to the class folder. I guess it's the third one, the third file. So it's chronologically arranged from yes, so this is the right one. So which means what we have submitted contained the output that we made, right? So that's it for the first demonstration using the laptop, right? So we accomplished the first task, which is myself. Let's move to the next one, which we will be using our mobile phone's browser, which is the Google Chrome, right? Because Google Classroom is a Google app. That's why we will be using a Google browser, right? So for this demonstration, we'll be doing the second activity, which is my favorite pet, wherein we are going to write a paragraph about our favorite pet, and therefore we will be using Google Docs to accomplish the task, so that it must be downloaded in your mobile phone because it is not accessible using your mobile phone's browser. So unlike the laptop, when we are using the laptop device or the desktop browser, Google Docs is free and accessible online, while in our mobile phones we have to use Google Docs app downloaded from Play Store in our mobile phone. Let's start. So we'll use the browser just like the laptop. You can type Google Classroom or just click the menu bar and then click the Google Classroom. Then we have just to wait for it to be loaded. So click the to-do list. As you can see, it has a small screen. Therefore, although it contains all the pictures, it has a different arrangement in the mobile phone's browser. So let's click to-do list. What we are going to do is the my favorite pet. Right? So there's no missing mark, and what we have done is myself earlier. So let's go to the let's click the my favorite pet task, and then write a short paragraph. Let's read the instruction. Then create Google Docs. Just click the add or create button, and then let's wait for the docs to be created, and then click that. Once it is created, click that. We'll use Chrome browser. Right, so here, so that pen icon in the upper right corner is used to edit what we have submitted, and it will require us to use the app that we downloaded from Google Play Store. So I'll be using this account because this is a student account. And then now we can type. Just click that pen icon below, and once you are done typing, if you can see the check mark in the upper left corner of your device, click that when you are finished, so that it will be saved. And now it is saving. It is saving. Just we have to wait for it to be downloaded, and now we will go to the Google Classroom tab in our cell phone's browser. Then click the my favorite pet. Let's see. Click that, and then we have to turn in. Always turn in so that it will be submitted to the teacher. right? So it is already submitted, and now we will check if it's marked as done and what we have submitted contain the content that we have made, right? And it is. So what we have submitted is right. Classes, so we have to check in the to-do list if it's marked as done, and it is marked as done. So we have completed our second task, which is my favorite pen, right? So for our third and fourth activity or classwork, we will be using our Google Classroom app in our mobile phone. So it has to be already downloaded. So the third one is the math quiz, and we will use a link to answer and submit it online. The link is in the classwork, and after we submit it, we will view our score and we can review our answer. Where do we get wrong? Which question did we answer right? Next is the fourth activity is my favorite scenery, wherein it requires us to submit an illustration of our favorite scenery applying all the elements of arts. So this activity also has a rubric to guide us on how our work to be graded. So it is very important that you read the instruction and analyze the rubric so that you know how to make your output correct. And we will use our phone's camera to submit our output. So after we take a picture of our artwork, we will submit it directly to the Google Classroom. Now let's start. So as you can see, I have here a Google Classroom app. Just click that one and then go to to-do list. So we only have two tasks, which is addition and subtraction of fraction. Just click the attachment, which is a link that will send you to the examination, to the test. Just answer it and then submit. Then we can view our score. We have 3 out of 3, so we got it all right. Then we can review our answer, right? So after that, go to the Windows again and then open assignment using the Classroom app. Then we have to turn in swipe up, mark as done, and we are done. So for the third activity, we are already done, and then let's check it in the to-do list to make sure it is marked as done. So the last one is my favorite scenery. Make an illustration of our favorite scenery. So there is a rubric. We have to read that. So excellent 10 points by using all the elements of arts, and 6 points when we use some of the elements, and 2 points or poor if we only use one element in doing our artwork. So we have to add attachment, and then we have to take photo using our camera. Take photo, right? So then once we are already click the check button, that's the check mark, and then let's wait for it to be uploaded uploaded as attachment. So if you already have your picture, you can save it in your Google Drive, and we will open Google Drive so that it will be an attachment, right? So for this example, we took our artwork photos directly from our camera, right? So it's already uploaded, so we can click the submit button. So there's no to do, and everything and every activity or classwork is marked as done. So that's it for. So let's have a recap. Google Classroom is available in all devices. So, although it has different screen sizes so that the arrangement of the pictures will also be different from each other. But all the pictures that I have taught you will be present there. You just have to find it, and it all has the same function. But it has it just have different arrangement depending on the screen of the device that you have. And we have to be familiar on its parts and features so that we can use it more effectively and easily. And in doing classwork in each class, we have to read the instructions carefully and look for the rubrics if there is to make our output correctly, and use the right application to submit your output. And also always press turn in to notify your teachers that you have already submitted your right. So these are the list of videos that we have accomplished before October 5, 2020, so that you will be prepared in the start of classes. So the first one is Introduction to Google Classroom, how to join a class in a Google Classroom, and lastly, this one is that how to access and use Google Classroom in our mobile phones and other devices. So I believe by watching all the videos that we have uploaded, you can now use Google Classroom in your classes. Congratulations! And if you have any questions regarding this topic, you can comment down below, and I will be happy to answer that if I can, right? So please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for you to be updated and notified of our next video. So it will be about the video lessons or of the subjects that I will be handling this school year. Thanks for watching.